E aí, galera, Night Wolf, hein? Mais uma vez com vocês, voltamos aqui com Kingdom Come Deliverance. E vamos continuar de onde paramos pra gente não perder nada dessa parte, mano. Que loucura, né? Virei um monge. Então a missão é descobrir qual dos noviços é paio, matar paio.
Ah, Gregor.
I found this piece of parchment. It looks like it's been ripped out of a book.
You tear up a book like that?
Olha, isso aqui a gente pegou aqui mesmo.
I'd like to ask...
Quem é o responsável? Não, aqui nada. Pera aí.
What can you tell me about the novel?
What can I say? You're here to demonstrate your devotion to God and to live a monastic life. After a year, you can make your vows to become a fully fledged brother.
I meant something specific about the brothers that are here.
But you know them yourself. Yodok is an odd one, but he's diligent and eager. Perhaps too eager. Siskin is good company, but a bit too worldly for a monk. Antonius is hard-working and will help with anything, but prays less than he ought. Lucas is as quiet as a mouse, and no one knows much about him. And then we have you. About who, I know nothing.
É, nada de útil, né? Eu acho que é aquele cara, mano.
What do you desire?
I'm looking for something a little,
And what would that be?
Pera.
I'm looking for lockpicks.
Lock picks? And what would you like those for?
I'd like to practice opening locks, just for the fun of it.
Just for fun. Pull the other one, brother. It's got bells on. Anyway, you're barking up the wrong tree. I can't help you.
Vagabundo. É, galerinha, vai ser bem complicado jogar sem nossas coisas, mano. Ó, eu não tenho nada aqui, ó. Mano. Tocha, eu tenho? Não, também. É, ele pediu pra gente dormir. Onde que eu vou dormir? Não dá, não tem um gazua. Eu não lembro, galera. É que aqui é tão grande, né? Pera aí. Aqui eu lembro. Ah, pode ser subindo aqui, mano. Monge. Ó, a gente pode conversar. Ó, tem um noviço aqui.
Greetings, brother.
Greetings to you, brother. I'm Yodok, the oldest of the novices. I hope you'll like it here in the monastery and that you won't get into trouble.
Trouble?
You're young, perhaps intemperate. You might easily stray from the rules of the order. I suggest you get to know the older monks. You never know when it might come in handy.
I'm interested in the other novices. Do you know anything about Antonius?
Only that he came to the monastery voluntarily, because he didn't want to work in his father's shop. Antonius is all right. You can rely on him. He won't betray your confidence. He's always happy to help, which is more than can be said for the other brothers.
Estou à procura de um criminoso. Eu posso perguntar isso aqui?
Can you tell me something about yourself?
I would if there was anything noteworthy to say. I'm just the ordinary son of a landowner, now a monk. There's nothing in my past, present, or future that anyone could find interesting.
Why did you join the monastery?
Because it was better than living in poverty. As the youngest son, I'm not entitled to inherit my father's estate, but he was kind enough to sell off some cattle and send me here. And you know what? I'm glad to be here. It's better than mucking out manure.
Listen, there's something I ought to tell you. There's a dangerous criminal hiding in the monastery, and I came here to look for him.
Ha! I knew it! He's a villain. Who are you, though? Oh, it's better not to ask, isn't it? It's always safer not to ask.
Never mind that. Who's a villain?
That's Siskin. I always thought he was an odd one, the way he carries on. But now it makes perfect sense. He's a criminal fleeing justice.
What are you talking about? You clearly know something I don't.
I'm telling you, keep your eye on him. He's no monk. That's what my gut tells me. And my gut's never wrong. What are you going to do to that fellow once you find him?
I don't know yet.
You should talk to the Circators or the Prior about it. Not act on your own.
Pera. Interessante. Ó. Ó.
My name's Gregor, a novice.
You can call me Siskin. Now, are you here of your own free will, or is this a punishment? Although, it's not important. Welcome to Purgatory.
Did you say purgatory?
You'll see soon enough. Soon enough.
Que?
Will you tell me something about yourself? Look, nothing against you, but
O
I
olho
prefer
do
not to
Henry
talk
tá
about my
escuro,
past.
né? Olha lá.
Are you hiding something? Why are you so reluctant to tell me anything about yourself?
I'm hiding a lousy past that I'd rather forget. I hate to think of all I lost when they stuck me in here. And also because I really hate the question, aren't you the son of the famed Sir Smil Flashka of Pardubitz? I was rich and I had everything. But then my father began to feel his time approaching, so he decided to send a son to the monastery. And, being the youngest, the lot fell on me. I've no head for managing the estate, and they said I'd squander it. Can you imagine? Me in a monastery. So I took what coin I could from home with me, so I didn't lose out completely.
Não é ele, né? Não é ele. Ah, ele? Pera.
But you didn't have to come here if you didn't want to.
No, not if I didn't mind being left to beg alms by the city gate. I had one choice, the monastery or nothing. If it had come to that after my father's death, so be it. But to get rid of me while he's still alive...
They must have realized you robbed them.
I donated some of the silver to the monastery when I came in, just to piss them off. I
Caramba.
can just see my brothers, my siblings, arguing with the abbot to give it back.
And you stashed away the remainder.
Indeed so.
What's your plan with this treasure?
To get out of here as soon as I can. I'll wait another year or two until my hot-headed brothers cool off a bit, and then I'll take the silver and run off somewhere, far, far away from here.
That's all I want.
Please, keep it to yourself. Especially the part about the coin.
Pera. Seu esconderijo ainda me interessa.
How is it that you don't get any penance for missing morning prayers?
I've paid off the Circators to turn a blind eye. And the other monks don't notice as long as you show your face there from time to time. No one's too awake at that time of the morning.
I'd be interested to hear what you think about the other novices. Tell me about Antonius.
Oh, if there was a monk I'd recommend as a friend, with of course the exception of myself, it would be Antonius. He has a calm soul, he's easy to talk to, and you can
Pode
always
ser
rely
ele,
on
viu,
him.
galera? O Antonius. Pode ser
I'm
ele.
interested
Mano.
in Yodok.
Eu não acho
What
que
could
seria esse
interest
cara
you
aqui.
about him? He's a no-good rat. He'll turn you in for the price of a turnip. I'd bet my life that if he wasn't here, he'd be a cumin scout, bowing and scraping for a few groschen.
That
Ó,
doesn't sound too flattering.
It wasn't meant to. No matter what you do here, watch out for him. He's got his eye on everyone, and he'll rat on you for even the slightest of infractions.
imagina
Nossa,
as intriguinhas
thanks.
de verdade que tinha nessa época mesmo. Mano, imagina. Os monges tudo fofocando um do outro. Moleque. Ué, por que aqui no...
Will you tell?
Look,
Ah, já... Ai, caramba, viu? Aqui tinha que apagar, mano. Bem,
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
tá, aqui é o dormitório. É só que eu não posso gravar? Ah, aqui, ó. Bem louco, né, velho? Nossa, eu curti muito essa missão, mano. E agora? Ah, dorme, vai. Que horas são? Eu nem vi. Ah, bom horário. Acorda às 7. Aí, amanheceu. Muito bom. E aí, o que aconteceu aqui? Documento. Página arrancada de um livro. Onde que eu acho look picking, hein? Muito fácil.
Damn it, I'm
Ué, eu não
hungry.
entendi. Eu vim para o lado errado, sim. Aqui, ó. Negligenciando o trabalho, cara. Aqui a gente não veio, né? Aqui é... Comida, já pega aí, mano. Pra gente comer. Aí a gente não precisa ir na cozinha, saca? Comida, comer. Não encheu muita coisa. Ó, página arrancada de um livro. Faz parte de uma missão. Eu não posso estar aqui? Aqui é o estoque, né? Olha tudo, parceiro.
This looks like the dregs after a night's drinking. Who could be coming here?
Opa! É só a gente vir aqui à noite. Boa. Legal.
Could do with a bite to eat.
Bem, então volta, né, pra cima. Tudo precisa de lockpicking. Como que eu vou conseguir, cara? Eu não consegui passar no teste, mano. Eu vou explorar aqui inteiro, galera. Vamos jogar na calma, mano. Ai, obrigado pela dica, esqueci de falar, viu? Eu coloquei aqui, ó, o comando que pediram pra mim, pra deixar o pontinho no meio da tela e a gente não errar mais o ataque com o arco. Muito, muito bom, hein? Valeu pela dica, mano. Mano, o lugar é muito bonito.
What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be working somewhere? Idle hands are the devil's workshop.
Pera.
I was feeling a bit queasy.
Brother, I'm sorry, but I don't believe you. This is your first warning. Don't do it again. Where were you during Mass? Don't tell me you didn't know that Holy Mass is the foundation
Legal,
on which
né?
your life here is built.
I had other affairs that needed to be attended to immediately. It will never happen again.
Brother, I'm sorry, but I don't... This is your second warning.
Tá. Ele me deu mesmo um papel com cronograma do que a gente tem que fazer e onde a gente tem que estar, não é? Pera aí. Aqui, ó, tarefas diárias. 4 da manhã, oração matinal. 6 da manhã, refeição comum. Que oração? 8 da manhã? Oh, legal isso aqui, velho. Que louco. Frades? Onde que é isso? Calma que a gente vai encontrar. Ah, agora é só seguir o pessoal. Pronto. Eu não posso pegar uma aí e comer? Ué. E eu? Pera aí, faz o teste aqui. Senta. Nossa, eu nem consigo sentar, galera. Monge... Que isso? Nossa, não dá. Onde que é agora? Tá o babaca lá. Que horas são? 9 horas, né? Jodok, a gente conversou?
What is it, brother?
Well, maybe you're...
Me? A criminal? Look at me. How could I be? No, my friend, you're accusing the wrong man. If you want my advice, the oddest one around is Siskin. That fellow is never meant to be a monk. He's hiding something from us.
You're most likely right.
Well, I should say so. Thinking I'm a criminal. Jesus, you gave me quite a fright.
I'd like to ask,
Mano, a gente não pode
are there any rifts between the brothers?
fazer essa pergunta,
Yes.
saca?
From the moment Talk began
Não
about
faz
electing a
sentido
new abbot,
acusar assim.
it's been like a hornet's nest here. Strange that you haven't noticed.
Tell me something about life here.
Work, prayer, work, prayer. As if you didn't know. We serve God, and that's the central truth of our lives.
Well, that's all.
Esse aqui...
Praise be to Christ.
O que você acha dos outros?
I'd be interested to hear. What can you
Siskin.
tell me about?
That there's no man alive less suitable for the monastic life than him.
You don't know young Lord Capon.
I've heard things. Siskin must have been like him. Fighting, drinking, fornicating. But then he ended up in here.
That's all I wanted. What about Yodok?
Be on good terms with him. If you show even the slightest hint you don't like him, he'll make your life hell. He's a slimy little pedant who'll rat you out to the superiors. Once he finishes his novitiate, I imagine he'll want to climb his way up the ladder to at least Sir Cater. He's a man who enjoys ordering others around.
What can you tell?
That there's
Peraí.
Why is he in the monastery?
Aqui, ó.
no one knows. Maybe he's hiding from something. Or maybe he's being punished.
Do you think he has a secret?
Don't we all? But unlike the others, he absolutely refuses to speak about his life before the monastery.
That's all I wanted to know.
Olha. Então Siskin por enquanto.
Who would you choose as the new abbot if you could?
Why should I even think about that when I don't have the right to vote? Gregor, don't go poking your nose into other people's business. You'll sleep better at night.
Tá. Só é a gente, não tem mais personagem, galera? Esse aqui é o... Ué.
What would you like?
Will you tell me something about yourself?
Look, nothing against you, but I prefer not to talk about my past.
Are you?
Tá.
That's all.
Please.
Não, 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 não. Quem você
Who would you
escolheria?
elect,
Most likely Neblas. He's a fine fellow and he seems honest. But, truth be told, it doesn't matter much to me. A monastery will still be a monastery no matter who's in charge. If you really want to talk more about it, ask Antonius. He seems to have taken an interest.
Bem, a única coisa que a gente tem aqui em jogo, então, é ir lá à noite pra ver se a gente consegue descobrir. Ó, pera aí. Não, aqui, mano, pode sair. Que? Olha isso aqui. Ir trabalhar no refeitório, apresentar-se ao irmão Nevilas na bancada de alquimia. Aí não adianta, mano. Eu não posso sair daqui agora, posso? Pera aí. Que da hora. Meio-dia. Trabalho na biblioteca, ok. Culto da tarde. Ceia comum. 19 horas. Orações, tempo livre antes do retorno aos aposentos. Que bem louco. E se eu passar o tempo aqui, tipo... É um teste. Ó, não aconteceu nada, de boas.
What do you desire, bro?
Pera aí. Quem que é esse cara aqui?
Oh, God damn
Ah,
it, my
ele,
stomach
ele.
hurts.
What is it, bro?
I'm looking.
And
I'm looking.
luck?
What's it to you? Do you have some or not?
Peace, brother. There's no need to get all worked up.
Mano, que
So you heard I
cagada.
used to be a burglar, did you? I put it all behind me as soon as I took the vows.
Que cagada.
But I do have a few lockpicks left. I'll trade them for food. Get me a bite to eat, and you can have your lockpicks. Can't say fairer than that, can I?
Nossa, e agora? Eu não tenho comida.
Brother, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you...
Ué,
You're right, brother.
Now, this is your third warning. And do you know what that means?
Very well, brother.
Now, show me what you have on you. I must...
mano. Pô, esse jogo tá de brincadeira, cara. Opa, opa, opa. Ó. Já tem alguém aqui bebendo. Pera aí.
Salve.
I'm Gregor and I'm new here.
I know. I saw you in the church during the ceremony. I have a feeling we'll be meeting again soon, and often. You see, I'm a Sachetti.
What does that mean?
I make sure everyone observes the rule, does their work, and that everything is the way it should be.
When it's not the way it should be?
But then we're authorized to mete out punishment. But certainly you won't require correction, will you, brother?
About you in the election. Will you tell me more about it?
Ask me anything you want.
Tell me something about Nevlas.
Nevertheless is weak and toothless. He's full of hot hair. How anyone could think he'd make a good abbot is beyond me. Enough. I don't even want to hear his name again.
I'd like to help you if I can.
There is something you could do. I'm convinced Nevlus must have done something that would greatly damage him if everyone found out. If he was preaching water and drinking wine, for example.
So I should dig something up on him and tell you about it?
Exactly. But I doubt you'll have any luck. Nevlus is too cunning and careful to give anything away.
Once I find something out, I'll tell you.
Mano, que jogada, velho. O que está acontecendo no monastério? Pera.
I'd like to know what's going on here.
Well, the young brothers feel they don't have the same rights and responsibilities as we, who have spent much of our lives here. And what of it? Privilege needs to be earned. Nevlus is lying when he says he wants to right wrongs. All he cares about are benefits for himself and his cronies.
Thank you for answering. What did you want me to do?
Dig up some dirt on Nevlus and...
Tá. Não, pera aí. E esse cara aqui?
Gregor.
I'd like...
Na regra... Então é eles que vêm beber aqui, mas ó, não atualizou, mano. Ó. Que horas são? Ah, é porque já é de manhã, né? Eu tenho que vir aqui mais tarde. Tá, pega aqui a comida pra gente trocar. Boa. E agora a gente tenta conseguir as adagas. E eu? Eu fico aonde?
This is not a good...
Ué, galera. Eu poderia escolher, né? Rezar, né, mano? Essa missa vai até que horas? É 4 até as 6. Que horas são? Eu vou esperar não. Tipo assim, a gente não precisa seguir essas regras. A gente tem que jogar furtivamente, mas eu tenho que conseguir primeiro o lockpicking, né? Quem que é o cara lá do lockpicking? Eu não lembro.
Can't you see?
É ele, né? Comer.
I'm Gregor.
I know. I saw you at the ceremony. My name is Nevlus, and I'm the provost here. I'm in charge of the monastery's property, as well as handling trade with the outside world.
That means you get to leave the monastery?
No, not at all. I just write lists and send them out.
Is there any way I could help you get elected? Somehow tip the scales in your favor?
What would you like to do? Climb up the tower and shout, "Vote for Nevlus, vote for Nevlus"?
Not exactly. You do have an opponent, John.
John isn't my opponent, he's my brother. Just like you and everyone else here. We're all
Legal.
brothers in Christ. But there is something you could help
Ixi.
You must know there's a great deal of iniquity here in the monastery. I'd be interested to hear of anything I don't know about.
Should I find out for you what's going on around here?
Let me make this clear. I want to base my candidacy on putting things in order. But if I don't know exactly what's wrong, then my promises are just empty slogans.
Very good then. I'll find out what I can.
Thank you, brother.
Tá. Vamos comer... Onde que é? Pra onde o pessoal foi, mano? É pra cá, né?
The rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on the spirit of silence. Let us do what the prophet says. I said, I will guard my
Ah, agora eu consigo. Ah, eu tenho que vir no horário certo, mano. Senão, é fome. Ficou muito bem feita essa parte no jogo, né? Caramba. Da hora, mano.
What would you like?
Ah, Gregor, talk to me.
Eu já falei com ele? Já. É o babaca que a gente vai ter que ajudar. Como está minha fome agora? Pera aí. Nossa, eu comi demais assim?
I'm Gregor. And you are?
Lucas, also a novice. Don't get upset.
Oh, esse cara aqui a gente não tinha conversado.
I'm happiest alone.
Pera. Eu não posso contar sobre a busca, hein?
I can tell you.
I mean, where you're from, what sort of life you had before, that sort of thing.
I'm a novice, and my monastic name is Lucas. Nothing else matters.
Come on. Is there really nothing at all you can tell me?
I could, but I don't want to. I'm sorry. I want to stay focused on work and prayer, not on who I once was. I never will be again. What has been isn't important for us. We cast the past aside when we walked through the monastery gates and took our oath. Never forget that.
I'd like to know something about the other novices.
I don't know much, but ask away.
What can you tell me about Siskin?
Not a lot. I don't know him. Actually, I don't know much about him at all, except that he's not a stickler for rules.
What can you tell me?
Not a lot. I don't know him. Actually, I don't know much about him.
Com as regras?
You really don't know anything about anyone?
Don't get upset. Sorry I can't tell you more. I just haven't felt like getting to know anyone yet.
I'd like... Do you know anything about...
I don't. He doesn't like me, and he's on very friendly terms with the circle.
Tell me about Antonius.
I'd like to, but there's nothing to tell. I've never spoken to him. I've never...
Are you just...
What?
I'd have thought you...
Don't...
Difícil, né, galera, saber quem que é, mano. Caramba.
I'd like to ask... Well, that's all.
Then even though he fulfills the command, yet talk to me, brother.
I found this piece of parchment. It looks...
There appears to be a page torn out of...
Óbvio.
Ovid? What is that? Is it the name of a book?
Not what, but who? Ovid was a great Roman poet. We have a few volumes by him in the library, but one of them vanished one day. Now I believe I can guess what happened. Brother Eustace, may the earth rest lightly on him, was quite narrow-minded when it came to classical literature. If a book had any mention of woman at all, he condemned it as a heretical work. If he'd had his way, all such books would have been burned. Ovid's The Art of Love must have been such a thorn in his side that he stole it from the library, tore it up, and hid the pages wherever he could.
Tá, você quer que eu recomponha o livro?
Oh, would you like me to put the book back together again?
Absolutely. Eustace's wits weren't the sharpest, so I'm sure he didn't destroy any of the pages. I imagine he hid them throughout the monastery. It might take you a while to find them all, but when you do, you can rest assured Ovid will return to his rightful place in the library.
Ok.
I'll look around for it.
É assim que a gente consegue reputação aqui, galera.
It's of no great importance.
Com essas missões,
Find
mano.
all 10 pages, I'll be most grateful.
Tá, conte-me sobre o livro.
Where should I look?
If I knew, I wouldn't have asked you to do it. The
Pode
pages
crer.
of the book could be hidden anywhere. From the garden to the refectory.
Quantas páginas são?
The rule of Saint...
Ah, não, são 10, tudo bem. Bem, vamos encontrar, né, galera? Então, assim, pode ter páginas em todo lugar, cara. A gente vai ter que olhar com cuidado tudo. Ah, caramba, hein, mano. Se eu já tivesse o lockpick, hein? Já dá uma olhada aqui. Roubar não. Pera aí, essa adega aqui a gente não conhece, né? E essa caixinha aqui, hein? Olha só que da hora. O esquema aqui, galera, é jogar à noite, mano. À noite. Esse horário aqui não dá. O pessoal pega a gente fácil, saca? Eu preciso das gazua urgente, cara. Senão a gente não vai conseguir fazer nada. Bem. Que horas são? 8.
Knowing that it is written, the fool is... Beat your son with the rod, and you will deliver his soul from death.
Trabalhar com os frades. É agora, na verdade, já, né? Então... vai até as 8. Corre! Aê!
Brother?
Ah, mano, que foi, cara? Pô, mano. Quem que é o cara do lockpicking? Cadê ele? Eu não posso sair daqui. Nossa, vai ser complicado isso aqui, hein, mano. Moleque. O maluco sumiu. Pessoal pegando matinho aqui. Ei, laia. Que vida chata, né?
What trouble?
Nosso amigo... Não. O jeito agora é esperar até a noite, mano. Não tem o que fazer, cara. Ir trabalhar no refeitório, eu já posso? Deixa eu ver isso aqui. Ele tá vindo falar comigo, vagabundo. Sai daqui, cara. Ah, aqui, ó. Nívelas. Monge. Só dá uma olhada geral aqui. Opa, olha. Bandagem, pega aí. Mais uma página. Falta um monte ainda. Isso aqui é o quê? Iniciar alquimia.
Brother, what are you doing?
You're right, brother.
Now, this is your third warning.
Very well.
Now.
Pular tudo, boa. Mano, isso aqui vai ser muito tenso, galera. Tipo, é muito realista, mano. Que porcaria.
Talk to me, brother.
I'd like...
Pera aí, ó, eu não consigo. Ah, porque eu tenho que vir no horário certo, no meio da noite, não de manhã. É uma porcaria, né, cara? O esquema é assim, você tem que ir fazendo as tarefas conforme o dia, sem ser pego, mano. Aí dá certo. Ué, eu não posso comer?
Ah,
tá, o João...
But, since he has the authority, let him cut out those faults by the roots as soon as they begin to appear. Remembering the fate of Heli, the priest...
Ah, aqui, ó, pronto, ó. Eu preciso das chaves do monastério.
Brother...
I see. So it's the dodgy sort of favor, is it?
Well, yes. I need to get hold of the keys to the monastery.
That won't be easy, I can tell you that straight off. The prior always keeps the keys close by him.
Eu vou roubar,
So how
então.
exactly do you imagine I could
É só
help?
descobrir onde ele dorme.
How can I get hold of them?
With great difficulty. Unless you want to...
Não, isso eu sei.
There's something...
Brother, remember the vows you made. We're forbidden to leave the monastery. It's not for me to sit in judgment, but think hard about what you're doing.
Cadê? Aqui, ó. Agora eu consigo. Ué. Eu não tenho dinheiro. Mas, cara, ele não queria comida? Ué. Ué. Galera.
What do you desire?
I'm looking for...
And what?
Aqui, ó. Pera aí.
I'm looking...
Lock?
What's it?
Peace, brother. So you heard. I'll trade them for food. Get me a bite to eat, and you...
Comprar. Então seria uma troca, não é? Ué, ele precisa de algo pra comer. Eu tenho aqui, ó. Comida. Ai, tiraram de mim. Os caras pegam tudo. Ah, é? Pô, tá de sacanagem. Os caras pegou. Repolho. Espero que dê isso aqui, hein, mano. Aê! Pera aí. Não vale nada. Ai, caramba. Galera, que treta, mano. Água, pão, queijo, boa. Aê, aqui já... Pega tudo que dá, mano. Tudo que dá, cara. Galera, que trampo, né? Moleque. Ô, mesmo assim não vale porcaria nenhuma. Não consigo comprar uma. Uma. Meu, vai ser muito complicado isso aqui. Não vai dar. Eu vou ter que fazer o seguinte, galera. Ó. Próxima gameplay, chegar à noite vivo. E aí a gente vai tentar roubar o pessoal pra, né? Conseguir dinheiro, mano. Porque agora não vai dar assim. E a gente precisa desse lockpicking, belezinha? Bem, vou encerrar o vídeo por aqui então. Deixa um gostei que ajuda pra caramba. E até o próximo. Valeu!